Good morning, guys. It snowed, as you can see. Luckily, the sun is melting everything. It's North Carolina, so normally it doesn't stick for very long. So today we are starting our next project. First order of business for electrical is we're going to put in a shore power plug. This is just a 120 outlet style. Basically it's an extension cord that goes through the van. We'll be able to plug in shore power on the outside of the vehicle and any campsite that we might be at to be able to charge from the inside. So this cord will go through, and we have a goal zero system that we're going to utilize for our electrical. And so this will be able to just plug into that charger. In the future, we'll have solar panels and possibly an alternator charger, so we'll be able to utilize that too. But for now, this will be one way that we're going to charge our system. From the inside of the vehicle, I measured down from this line. It is 15 inches to basically where this piece is, and that's where the floor is in the vehicle. And then I measured over 5 inches from here. So I kind of made a little Sharpie mark to kind of show where I was going to put it in the vehicle. So this will be sitting here. I wanted to try to make it flush, look like it just is a piece of the vehicle with the molding that we have both on the wheel well and the side here. And so I figured just right in this corner would be a perfect fit. On the inside of the vehicle, I taped off a plastic bag, standard grocery bag, around that so that any metal shavings will be able to go in there. As for the holes, we're going to use a 2-inch hole saw that this piece will fit into. But first I'll use a 3/16 drill bit to start a pilot hole. Then I'll double check in the van that we're in a good spot, and then we'll go ahead and get that hole saw going. So here we go. Alright. Well guys, that was the last thing I was expecting. The freaking hole saw just broke off in the van. That's crazy. Well, I'm back from Home Depot with a new bit. So let's hope this works. On top of that, I'm just going to take a file. Alright, the last thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a little bit of the paint kind of just scraped off so the adhesive that we are going to use will work. Just kind of getting it so it's just white a little bit around the edge. And then Rust-Oleum, so all that metal that we just exposed isn't going to have any rust within the van. So, got that black silicone adhesive. I drilled holes, pilot holes, for the little screws that came with this AC plug. I put marks where they are so that it'll be a little bit easier to line up those holes. I'm going to go ahead and put the silicone all the way around the back side. The screws, I didn't put them all the way in, and I'm waiting about an hour. It's been about a half hour so far. Waiting about an hour to put them in a little bit more, because once that sealant starts to adhere and set, basically it'll just make a more waterproof seal around it. So yeah, I'll go ahead and in about a half hour drill those in until they're as tight as it will go. It's been about an hour now, so I'm just going to go ahead and get these screws completely tight. See my breath, it's pretty dang cold out here now. So normally, you know, it starts to cure within an hour. That's why they suggest putting the screws in more. And then on top of that, usually it's 24 hours before it's completely hardened. I feel pretty good that this will harden up and be a waterproof seal overnight. And shore power is done. Good morning, guys. Day 2 of electrical. So yesterday we got that shore power plug in, as you saw. Today we're going to get up on the roof and get the Scanstrut cable seal in. It's for our electrical wiring that's going to run from our solar panels. These are completely waterproof, so I think it'll be a pretty legit connector. I know a lot of people use like those plastic Renogy boxes and have to seal them down. This is a little bit smaller, lower profile, a little bit more expensive, but I thought it would be worthwhile. I'll put the link in the description below for you. We got up on the roof and we did some measurements to see where we wanted the wires to be coming into the vehicle. The solar panels are going to be about 42 inches out the front, which basically runs to this rib here. And so I'm going to go 1 in from there, and hopefully that'll be a decent spot for where our solar panels are running in. I'm going to just go with a 1/8 inch bit to begin with, and then I'm going to go up on the roof and I'm going to use one of those step bits again that we were using for the plus nuts, and I'm going to drill it up to the 5/8 mark. That should be enough room for 2 10-gauge wires, a positive and a negative, that will be coming into the van. And I want to do it on this peak rather than the valley, because that way water sometimes pools up in the valleys, and that's just one more way of getting water in. So I would much rather it be up top, so that water coming down will be the only thing that we have to worry about, not something that's pooling at the location. I'm going to go ahead and do that 1/8 inch hole right in the center of this. I'll get the vacuum cleaner on, so any metal shavings that fall off, won't have to worry about it. And then also safety first. So let's do it. Sorry about that. So now I'm going to go grab the vacuum cleaner and clean up this metal shavings. And then if I can fit a nail file in, I'll probably file down that edge and then get the Rust-Oleum up here. Alright guys, so we're back up on the roof. I figure that paint is decently dry. The first line on this cable strut, I don't know if you can see the directions on the back there, is this piece here. So that'll go right around that hole. It has a 3M adhesive on it, so I'm just going to use some Windex to kind of clean that surface. Alright, so then this just has an adhesive back, and so I'm just going to pull that. And then, as you can see, there's holes within that piece of foam, and so the suggestion is in 1/8 inch bit to fit. As you can see, there are screws. So this is in 2 parts. There's this bottom ring, and that will fit right over the top of this, and that will be drilled in with the holes. And then there's this top ring that goes down over the top, and that's what that rubber piece gets expanded with. Also, I forgot to mention, I did get a rubber grommet that I want to put into that hole, just to protect the wires that are coming through the van, because there's the metal, and I'd much rather not have that metal vibrating on those cords and ripping them. So put that rubber grommet in there, and then we'll go ahead and just drill holes. Alright, I'm going to get that vacuum cleaner up here again. Also, the suggestion is putting some silicone sealant around the screws that go into that, so we're going to go ahead and get that done too. Got that silicone sealant, same stuff we used for our shore power. This is the cap that goes over the top of this. It drills in with these screws. You're supposed to put the silicone sealant on those screws, so basically those big holes will be covered. So that's the only place that water would be getting in. And then we'll drill these in. That'll go into the side of the van, and should be a waterproof seal. We'll go ahead and make sure this is in place over those holes, centered on that piece of foam. Alright, so I think I'm going to just put sealant in the holes that they're going into. So that's in the actual holes. I think I'll do it from the bottom of this as well. Go ahead and get on the ends of these screws as well. Alright, go ahead and screw them in place. As you can see, the foam on the corners is getting tightened down. Go ahead and just get the heads of these as well. Go get some gloves and just make sure to wipe that around a little better, because I really don't like this stuff on my hands. It's not, I should have had gloves on the whole time. Nature Valley Bar, good stuff. I just want to make sure to rub this sealant around. To finish the solar up on the roof, I had to drill those holes in that bung and be able to feed our 10 gauge solar wires in. So the plan will be to find a bit that would fit these wires. So searching for drill bits to see what would fit a certain gauge wire, I can find what the wire internally is, but I can't find any of the casings. So I'm gonna try 5/32 bit, and we're gonna see if we can't fish them through. Scanstrut suggests putting this in the freezer, so I've done that for a couple hours, and I'm just gonna drill it in 2 places on the top of this here. That's definitely not doing it. So we'll step up to the 3/16. Well, that doesn't seem to want to go in either. On to 7/32. You see that? We're coming, but oh yeah, come on, there you go. There we go. As this tightens down, I'll bring you up on the roof, but as this tightens down, it'll put more pressure against those wires and should be good to go. So up on the roof, I forgot to mention while I was doing this that you have your bung going through there, but you need to make sure cover is on the right side of the wires. So make sure that you get that on there, or else you'll be in a world of hurt and have to go do this whole thing again. So I'm just going to feed the wires through. So there's the bung. There's the cover. Alright, success. So we're going to have 2 solar panels back to back here that run basically up to the front lights. So it's like 41 inches out. I'm just going to put these in a plastic bag and tape it off. I don't want any water damage on them, and that way with the rain coming in the next couple of days, we'll be able to you know, keep it pretty pretty legit up here on the roof without any issues. And then in the future, we'll get those solar panels up. So there we go.
You didn't think I'd forget to show you the dogs, did you? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell to be notified when we post new content. Go ahead and comment below what you guys did for your shore power or your solar cable entry. I hope you have a wonderful week, and stay safe out there.